Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the Æther-Tech Wars. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and GM for this Pathfinder 2E campaign, and joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Brie, Delioth, John, and Junior. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Howdy.
Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with a word from our sponsor for tonight's show, XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or even putting your favorite picture as the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show description. Next but not least, this Wednesday we are back with another episode of Magi Knight's Awakening. Our team is heading back to the power plant, which has apparently gone out again, and putting the entire city in a just perpetual state of darkness. They are doing this on top of the fact that they just tried to track down the soccer club who escaped through an ethereal door. So they got a lot of shit going on. Now you can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we're doing here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody, on Blue Sky as Random Rhapsody, and on TikTok as Random Rhapsody_TV. And that's going to do it for our announcements. So join us as we return to the world of Loroupa and journey with a new group of Pathfinders who have unwittingly found themselves embroiled in the Æther-Tech Wars. And we're back. Now, you should know by now how we do the recap. We offer up the Random Rhapsody coin, which is good for a free reroll during the session. And anyone who does that recap gets the coin, which includes me, which is kind of shitty because, I can hurt my players in so many different ways with that coin. So they probably don't want me to do that. With that in mind, who wants to do the recap this week?
I'll do it.
Okay. Well then.
I volunteer.
Well, Malachi, tell us what happened last time on the Æther-Tech Wars.
All right. So last time, we decided to go after Zormunder, which is the gnome making all the doohickeys in his basement. First, I made some bullets and some bombs while the party went on recon. They found evidence of where Zormunder fled. When they got back, we picked up Draven's shield and went on our way. We followed the tracks to what appeared to be a campsite. Large rocks that surrounded it were covered in foliage. When I went to investigate, I discovered zombified corpses that rose up, controlled by the vines. Kikiro recognized that there must be a larger plant controlling them. I threw one of my bombs and dazzled one of them. Maiko downed a couple, but eventually went down herself. We discovered that they were susceptible to fire damage, so Draven used his smoking shield, or sword, maybe? I think that was a typo. Smoking sword. Aiden shot Scorching Blast, and I activated my gun's essence form. The party handled the small ones, and I took out the larger bruiser. Aiden heard rustling, which we presumed to be the mother plant. When I went to investigate, I passed right over top of it. It fascinated me with its pollen, and the party quickly destroyed it with fire damage. Aiden began to act strangely, feeling called to the mountains, and flew off, of course. I scraped up more of the pollen and huffed it because it gave a chill high. That's what I wrote. That was it.
Yeah, that definitely did happen. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
There you go, Malachi. There's the random Rhapsody coin. Don't forget to use it now. It only is going to last the session.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Pathfinders, here's the situation. You are all standing at the remains of that very old campsite that Malachi has just described, which is located in the woods to the southwest of the Mistspire mountain range. You had discovered this campsite while following the trail that Zormunder had left behind. And fortunately, now that you've all destroyed those things, they're all just kind of lying about in a pile around you all, half of which are just smoldering and burning from your fiery attacks. Now, for those of you who've actually grown up and lived in Coldtrast, the sight of these plant-like zombies shouldn't be a huge surprise. They do tend to show up in this country every now and again. But them being here is, well, interesting, to say the least. Also, not to mention interesting things, but your companion, Aiden, abruptly flew away, heading towards the mountains while muttering that she needed to go and do some yodeling or something. Who knows with her? She'll probably be back
Behavior
before too long.
we've come to expect from Aiden. So
Yeah.
I personally am not alarmed. She'll probably show up with some new honey, and I think it's nothing to be concerned about.
Probably.
So.
You never know. But anyway, she'll probably be back. Well, you still have your mission to complete. Namely, hunting down the gnome engineer who caused all that trouble back in Woodpine. So, with that in mind, Pathfinders, what do you want to do?
Have we looted these guys already? I don't think we've looted these guys. I did try to get the pollen, and I only got a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you still high right now?
I'm feeling pretty good, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
No, I definitely would like.
Yeah, in control. I'm in control.
Good.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to loot the bodies if they haven't been yet.
Okay. Well, somebody should probably go ahead and make an investigation check here, searching over the bodies. And while we're at it, let's just say two of you are going to be searching the bodies, so somebody can roll that investigation check to help another person. And let's also say that probably the other two are going to go kind of search the campsite itself, because that makes sense. So who wants to help the other two, and who's going to be investigating the campsite and the bodies?
Is investigation just perception?
Yeah, so an investigation check is a perception check. For checking over bodies and campsites and stuff, I would also allow a survival check, but it's either or.
I got a +6 to my perception, so
I've got
even
+7.
high.
I've got +7.
Love to look over the
So
I've got +8.
I mean, if those
Okay,
two want
well,
to
then
take care
I
of the
will help.
bodies.
I'll help somebody.
I mean, I can help with the perception as well, because I got +7 for perception. But I don't know how it would be most helpful.
I got a 16. Is the new rules that it's a 15 to help somebody? Is that something that happened last time?
Yeah, I think I saw something about that changing, so now it's a 15
Yes.
to help.
All right, I'm gonna
Okay,
give
you
that
got it.
to my friend Maiko, who's searching over these bodies, because I feel like they might have money.
Okay, and then that gives me a +1
Yes.
to it. Um, add modifier. Type is. Would it be a circumstance modifier? They changed this on me. Because, so to add a modifier, it's saying that I need to add a type. There's attribute, proficiency, item, status,
I think
circumstance, and untype.
circumstance.
That would be circumstance then.
The circumstance is that I am helping you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And then who's going to be searching the campsite itself?
Oh, I'm doing it wrong.
I
That's
would
why.
love to search the campsite.
You would. I can assist with that then, or try
I don't know
to.
if you're-
So,
see.
Draven,
Think
go
you're
ahead
modifiers.
and roll your help check.
No.
Okay, I rolled a 26 on that perception.
So sorry. Good luck. Good luck to your friend.
Nice.
You didn't need it. You didn't need me. You got this. You're so good.
Easy.
Very nice. Okay, so here's the deal. The four of you are beginning to just move about, starting to search over the whole area. Kiriko and Draven, the two of you, are searching over the campsite, the boulders, looking through the foliage around that still is on those boulders. Malachi, you and Maiko are looking over the bodies, searching through them, kind of like using your weapons to like push and move things about, kind of like dampen down and stomp out some of the still smoldering remains of the creatures. So I'm just going to go ahead and combine everything that you've found, because there's a handful of things. The first thing you find in total is 17 gold pieces and 32 copper pieces. And yes, I will put all these in the loot table as I'm.
Beautiful.
Besides that,
Money.
you all find, as you're digging through everything, a very interesting looking weapon. It's kind of half buried in part of that that big plant monster that was stuck in the tree that had slowly moved. In the center of it, you find a rapier that is half embedded in the thing, and where so the plants have kind of like grown over it and disguised it and made it hard to see. As you pull this weapon out, you can't help but notice that the blade is this dark iron. It's not so much like your standard steel, which is somewhat lighter in color and shiny. This is like dark metal. Perfectly still honed, which is surprising. But it's a rapier. You also find among one of the creatures what appears to be a talisman that you discover. It's kind of like a small circle of sticks, kind of woven together with bits of like grass and flower petals and stuff and stems all wrapped around each other, and a little bit of metal wire wrapped around all of that as a connector piece. This is clearly a talisman of some type. The last thing you find around the wrist of one of the zombie creatures is a perfectly preserved bracelet. Seems to be made of a shiny metallic material. You pull it out and examine it, and it has a very interesting rune inscribed on the pewter and steel bracelet. So it has a rune.
Interesting.
That's what you find.
Well, I ain't really into fencing, and I ain't really into occultism. So I'll let somebody else take a good hard look at these items.
I mean, I do have some knowledge of the occult, so I could take a look, but the Arcana, not my strong suit.
That rapier, you said it was rapier, yes?
Yes.
Indeed.
That rapier kind of catches my eye. I would like to um, maybe take a little closer look at that.
I think it works for you.
Take a
Assuming it's
closer
not
look at the
cursed.
talisman.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know how. I don't know how paranoid I am about cursed items at this point. I don't know how how much experience I've had with them, but yeah, I definitely want a closer look at that rapier. Is there anybody that has like is there detect magic in Pathfinder or something similar?
Or identify.
So there is
Yeah,
a
right,
detect
that's fine.
magic. It is a spell. I don't know if any of the four of you have that spell.
I do.
You do have the
Don't
spell?
have it prepped.
I do.
There you go.
Or okay, yeah, if I don't know how spells work in this game and everything, but if that's something that can be done without, draining your resources too much.
Well, the way that it works here is it's a cantrip, so it's not as like tells you what kind of magic it is. It just says there's magic around you.
Okay.
So
So that probably wouldn't really help us too much with this then, would it?
But you could at least know if it was magical or not.
exactly.
This is
If it's
fair.
just cantrip. Give it a go.
What about identify though? Does anybody have identify by chance?
Well,
Yeah,
I don't think
we can take it
Identify
to
is
that
a
wizard.
spell in this game the way it is in 5th edition. You actually just have to sit down and try to identify it. You would make either an Arcana or an Occultism, or I think Druids can do it with Nature, if I'm remembering correctly. Or if it's dependent
Yeah.
on what it is.
It's
Well, is anybody injured? Do we need a rest of sorts?
Oh, I mean, I'm just over half hit points right now, so yeah.
So how long would you need to sit with it? An hour?
I
I think identify magic is 10 minutes.
Yeah, I believe it is
we
just
could-
10 minutes.
We can spend 10 minutes, do some healing, do some identifying.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anybody that is better at Arcana or Occultism than I am? I am currently untrained in both.
I've got a +8 in nature that'll
And I've got the
probably be
plus-
able to identify stuff.
And I've
Okay.
got the +4 in occultism or a 5 in religious, if it's religious in nature, but I don't think so.
Okay, like I would definitely look to my teammates and see if anybody would be willing to look at this for me, see if they can kind of determine what it might be.
Everything it should be on the loot table now for you.
Okay.
Malachi will look at the bracelet and try to determine the value if I were to sell it. Since that's the only thing I could possibly have an interest in.
Sure. Go ahead. Whoever wants to make your checks, go ahead and make your checks.
What would that check be?
To determine like the value of it, that's a very good question. I just want to say society, maybe.
Maybe.
Kikiro, are you doing the rapier, or?
Yeah, I'll look at the rapier.
Yeah, I feel like talisman is a good occultism thing,
Yep.
potentially.
Yeah, I'm gonna say society.
Alright, -2, baby. Flat 10. Hell yeah, baby. Totally average.
Dang it.
Okay, Kikiro, what are you identifying right now?
I'm looking at the rapier.
Fortunately, yeah. It's like it's unclear.
I have no idea what this
rolled
is.
bad.
Yeah, what roll?
The one thing
then
that I will
blind.
say that sticks out to you, Kikiro, is like if Maiko were to pull out her own rapier and you compare them side by side, you would note the distinct fact that the new one you discovered has a much darker color metal to the blade.
Okay, sounds legit. I'm gonna
Rapier
take.
painted black.
Okay. Well,
It's dark. I'll tell you what, it is dark.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that.
Draven, you are examining the talisman, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Correct.
Okay, so for you, taking a look at that talisman, you've heard of similar things before. This is something that hunters tend to use. They create them using a very specific process. You've heard of this before. That it's a talisman called a hunter's bane. Basically, what it does is it allows you to I'm trying to remember. It like allows you to find creatures that are hidden. Like if they're completely hidden from view and you use this talisman, they would become. They would no longer be invisible. They would be undetected. Basically, it takes them a step up. There you go. Yeah, Malachi, unfortunately, with that 10, you're looking it over and you're like, it looks like iron and pewter. And
Man, it ain't even made of gold. Who would wear this? It's ugly.
If that was a talisman you're looking at,
I'm looking at
Malachi?
a bracelet.
Oh, bracelet.
A bracelet has like a symbol carved into it or something.
Yeah.
Jewelry always catches Maiko's eye, but Maiko also doesn't want to be too greedy.
Maiko, I don't want you to
Uh,
keep it. I just want you to tell me how much we could get if we sold it.
How do I find that one out?
it would be a society check.
I mean, I got a +1, but I can certainly try.
Yeah, it's better than me.
Do I roll it to you, Matt?
Yeah, you're gonna roll this as a blinded GM check.
Yeah, I'm bad at determining something's value because when I want to buy something, I just ask my mom and she gives me money.
So, Maiko, as you pick this up and look over it, you do initially agree with Malachi's assessment that, like, the metal and the iron and the pewter are all kind of woven together by itself isn't worth very much. However, as you're looking it over, that rune that's on the bracelet, it sticks out to you because, like, you're familiar with the fact that runed items are typically magical in some way, and usually that definitely increases the value of something, whether or not it's magical.
So you're saying it's got a spell on it? I look at
Probably.
I look at Kikiro and Draven. You hear that? It's got a spell on it.
We can definitely take a look if you would like. Speaking of which, this talisman might be good for you, since you have good eyes. You eat your carrots, you see well, so here.
Well, really it's my ears, but okay. Alright, so I actually looked this talisman up, the Hunter's Bane. Trigger an undetected enemy hits you with an attack. Requirements: you are trained in survival. I think I might be.
Oh.
Or might not be. Where's my survival? I am not trained in survival.
My statement is revoked.
Well, I just
Don't
feel like
think
I
any of us
wouldn't know
are.
how to use it, Draven. What would I even do with this? It's just confusing to me.
Oh.
I hope maybe we'll meet
I don't
somebody
think any of us are trained in survival.
in the future.
Who is trained in survival?
I don't think anybody is.
I was gonna say, I know I'm
Maybe Dyto. Maybe Aiden was.
There's actually a way to look. Let me look and see.
Listen. It's bad out here for us. But hey, that means we can sell this for money, and maybe the bracelet does something more helpful.
Oh my god. Oh no, none of us are trained in it.
So if I just hang out with the bracelet for 10 minutes, I learn what it does?
Not
Right.
necessarily.
Oh, no. Okay.
I mean, you can try to identify it.
You roll. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, while this has been going on, the group has been sitting here for about 15 or so minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Zaz,
Hi. What's up?
you have been hiking through the woods for what seems like hours at this point.
Yes, it's been awful.
It really, really has been. But as you come open into a clearing, you look down and you can see that, towards the down the cliff towards this little open area, you can see that there's a group of people all sitting around a bunch of, burning plant matter that kind of smells like burning meat.
Malachi lights a cigarette on one of these burning corpses.
Yeah,
Oh.
and they're like all kind of debating about who should look over this bracelet, and they're kind of being loud about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when you see this?
What is? Huh. I'm just gonna not stealthing, just kind of watch them.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm
What
trying
we got?
to discern if, possibly if they're would be aggressive, or if they're just kind of weird travelers. They seem to have killed something. I don't know what. So yeah.
Make for me you can make this as a perception check, but I would also allow a society check.
I might. Okay. Yeah, I forgot I took that. Yeah, I'll do society. How do I do this?
Okay, so since this is your first time messing with Foundry, you're going to go to proficiencies.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
under the proficiencies tab, there's all of your different skills. You would just hit the little dice icon.
The dice icon.
Then
Do I not have
something's
to?
going to pop up.
I probably can't have my character sheet popped out, can I?
It should
I think
work.
that may be
Yeah.
the case.
No,
it's not?
Okay. No.
Okay, then yeah, you probably can't then.
Yeah. Okay. And there isn't any circumstance bonus, I would assume.
No.
Yeah. 23.
Nice.
I'm
I'm pretty good at society for some reason.
Yeah. You
This
kind
is
of
the guy
crouch
we
down.
need.
You kind of crouch down near the edge of the cliff, and you're watching these individuals move about for like 10 minutes, examining things, arguing back and forth about who's going to look over this bracelet, whether or not it's worth anything, that sort
Like
of
we
thing.
were pretty agreeable.
And by the
I don't think we are.
anyway, as you're watching that and like judging by their behavior, they have weapons, they're armed, they're armored, but they've clearly destroyed some kind of critter up there, and by the looks of it, they kind of give you the idea of as adventurers.
Alright.
Also, based on that society check that you rolled, one of them you kind of recognize.
Oh?
Yeah, you're the guy who taught you all about your stuff. He would occasionally mention this cocksure little shit that loved to hang around his workshop, ended up running off with one of his weapons, was tried to be a friend and a mentor, but also kind of like had some words with them at one point. They're kind of half humanoid, half cat folk. You can definitely see the ears peeking out underneath like this wide-brimmed hat that they're wearing. And you notice that they're smoking. They lit a cigarette on one of the fucking corpses and is sitting there smoking it. And that cocksure little behavior really drives home something that you remember. You recognize this individual. They've got to be Malachi Sykes. Who the hell else would be walking around with a 6-shooter on their head?
Oh yeah. This is exactly what Malachi wants, though, is to always be recognized. So.
All right. You say I'm on top of a cliff right now?
Yeah, you're
Above
on
them?
a cliff about maybe 15 feet above them, looking down right now.
All right. Yeah, getting the sense that they're probably not gonna shoot me. Possibly not gonna shoot me. I'm gonna go.
Hello? Hi. What are you guys doing?
All of you would hear that, and you would all
What did you
turn
kill?
to look. Zaz, why don't you describe yourself for us? Tell everybody what they're seeing.
Oh, right. Sorry, that was me.
That's you.
Yes.
You're Zaz.
Sorry, I was distracted.
It was a hard question. To be
It was. It
Yeah.
was.
So, looking at me, you see a small a kobold, a brass-scaled kobold. They are currently wearing what looks to be just a cloak, some basic clothing underneath as well. And you'd also be able to tell that they just kind of they're kind of constantly dirty with metal filings along their scales, as if they've been working with metal their entire life and just kind of it got caught underneath some of the scales and they just haven't really cared that much. And they also underneath the cloak have quite a few throwing knives holstered.
I lean over to Draven and I say, "You think this is one of them kobolds that was working for Zormunder? Should I blast him?"
Do I need to make a roll to see if I can ascertain whether or not that's the same?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see.
I think I'd have a real good shot right now. I mean, he's just standing there open.
Specifically made peace with those kobolds.
I know.
Yeah, it would just be a perception check.
Just perception? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey there, little guy. What's up?
Yeah, with that 23 Draven, you can see that well, the kobolds that you had fought down in the Underdark, a lot of them half of them were green and the other half were red. Definitely not brass. The ones that you had made peace with said that he was going to go find their clan and was going to tell them, hey, we're not messing with anybody. We'll go back later and get that gold, and that's it. We're done. But they were much more tribal in their dress. While all of them wore like leather aprons and things like that to do their work, they all still had like the tribal markings on them, feathers in their attached to like thongs on their scales and things like that. They definitely look more like the type that lived in the mountains, in the woods, that sort of thing. This dude, on the other hand, he's dressed in your normal, like, just clothes, just like something you'd see a traveler wear. A cloak. They have more refined weapons on them, and the fact that they, like, you can see that metallic gleam of iron mixed in with the brass scales. They definitely do not look like the same group that the ones you dealt with previously.
No,
Probably
I
different
don't
clan
believe that.
altogether.
Yeah. No, I don't think that that's the same ones, but this one looks friendly enough. I don't know. He's very shiny. I like it.
I
It's good
uncock
colors.
my pistol. All right.
They just kind of have a big smile on their face right now. at the possibility of meeting new friends.
Well, as you can see, we killed a bunch of these fine zombie things, you know? Just going
zombies.
through the
Oh,
spoils.
that's not good.
Yeah, it is.
How do I get down from here?
You can ask
Can I
come
them
down
to
there?
join us.
I mean, that depends. What are your intentions, dear sir?
Shake hands, you know, say hi.
All right, because if you're trying to get in on the loot business, I'm sorry to say, it ain't happening.
Draven gives you the biggest puppy dog eyes at the idea of a new friend. No, invite him. Invite him. We need...
All right, I've been told recently that I should be nicer to people, so I think I could be open, possibly, to the idea of making friends, assuming you don't want any money for it.
I don't really care about money. No.
All right, get in here, buddy. Come on.
All right.
How do I get down from this cliff?
That's
Jump.
yeah, jump. Just jump. You know, kobolds
Yeah,
and
you know,
cliffs work really
I-
well
My
for
friend
you.
Draven will catch you. He'll catch
I
you.
have killed way too many kobolds by jumping off cliffs. No, thank you.
This guy's real tough. He's real tough, so he'll catch you.
He's not.
No, I'm talking about Draven. Look at this guy.
Draven
He's gigantic.
Well,
To climb down is an athletics check, just FYI.
Athletics, huh?
Yeah, you don't look like you're good at that.
Sure
I'm
ain't.
being really honest.
Yeah, just climb up this cliff and then jump off to show him that it is safe to jump off.
Yes, you can absolutely do that.
Dare.
I would love to
Use
do
your
that.
wings,
Just
idiot.
give me a simple athletics check to climb up the cliff if you're wanting to actually physically climb it.
Wait, how far is this cliff? Did you
It's
say?
like a 15-foot cliff. It's not shit.
Sure, but like 15 foot when you're only 3 feet tall is
Is it fall time? Can we rake a big pile of leaves under the cliff that he
no,
can jump
it
into?
is springtime, unfortunately.
All right.
But with a 17, Kikiro manages to make their way up the cliff without issue.
Oh, hi.
See, it is a totally safe leap and just jumps off the side. Of note, I don't take fall damage.
Yeah, Kikiro does not take fall damage whatsoever, so they just jump and soar and kind of glide down without issue, landing softly on the bottom.
See, totally safe.
Draven, who's
Just like that.
Draven, who's currently still working on trying to get our friend back to full health. I mean, we could just lean my shield against it and use it as a slide.
I think I got it.
I'm jumping off.
I could try to catch him. I'll try to catch him. I
jumped
got
off.
it. All right. What do I have to roll?
It's to catch him.
Yeah. I'm trying.
Let's call this an acrobatics check.
Oh
'cause
hell yeah!
You're kind of running up and dodging, I guess.
Oh,
Hold on,
am I still
I'm kinda
fascinated?
Googling it.
I'm not fascinated anymore. Am I? Should not be.
Jorun's heals do not work on Domassery, so.
Oh,
I'm
really?
so sorry. No,
What
it
do you mean
it
by
says in the
that?
bylaws right here.
Draven, you wound me. You wound me, sir. I'd never do something stupid.
Let's see.
I got a
Well,
19.
if you land on a creature, that creature must attempt a DC 15 reflex save.
I'm even
for
better at
falling on
those.
a creature. For falling on a creature. I'm looking for, trying to find something about catching a creature. Not really seeing anything, so let's just go with
Don't think there's
acrobatics. By the fun.
I got a 19.
Someone can tell me I'm wrong in the chat.
I think it works because
It works in my mind.
You're never
I
wrong. This is
envision-
the end.
Exactly.
I envision Malachi running up with his arms outstretched, trying to get there in time before he lands. 'Cause I feel like Malachi's not near the cliff, and Zaz
Yeah,
has already
just
jumped
running.
off, so he's just trying to get there in time to catch him before he lands.
Yeah. So
I think acrobatics would work in this instance.
Well, I'm gonna
A
allow
dive.
it anyway. The kobold jumps and spreads their arms the same way Kikiro just did, and then
It
falls
kinda
like a
works.
stone.
Yeah.
Malachi goes running towards that, leaping, trying to catch the kobold, manages to, with the 19. I'm going to say that this is going to, the last thing I want is the both of you to make a reflex saving throw. This is going to, if you succeed a DC 15, both of you take no damage.
Oof, I got a 13.
26.
26.
I'm
God
going to
damn.
say that you just rolled your ankle a little bit when you went to catch them. You kind of landed hard, and your ankle just kind of twists a little bit. You're only going to take 2 points of damage. I'm going to negate the half that I was already thinking from the fall. Zaz, with that 26, you land lightly in Malachi's outstretched arms as they hit the ground hard with a oof.
Little guy, you're kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, they didn't take damage. I thought I wouldn't. But I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
Thanks for catching me. Are you Malachi by any chance?
I think Malachi looks like shocked for a second, and then he kind of smiles a little bit, and he goes, "Why, yes, I am." Now, how did you come to hear of me? Was it because of my shooting or my singing?
Well, I'm gonna put this in terms my master says. He says you're a cocksure piece of shit.
Oh, God damn it!
So,
all right.
Yeah, you just have that vibe about you, so I assumed.
Well, if we see old Fucklerall, we can say thanks.
You do know him. That's awesome. Can I get out of your arms?
Yeah, please. I drop him.
Well, nice to meet you. I've heard stories about you and his workshop.
And I'm sure they were all bad, but they also were all true.
There was one good one.
Oh, yeah?
One. Yeah. I can't remember it, but I knew it was good.
Well, we all gotta start somewhere, I guess. So if Fuckler wants to spread the word about me, I'll take it.
I don't know if he's spreading the word. I just, overhear stuff and while working with him. But
what did you say your name was?
Zaz. Sorry, I don't think I introduced myself. Hi.
All right, Zaz. Well, these are my buddies. That big one there's Draven. The little fox, that's Maiko. And the bird man, who we met already, that's Kikiro.
Hi.
We had another one, but she's on a shopping trip, I think.
So what are you doing?
I explain what we're doing. Kind of like Fucklerall, there's another gnome. His name is Zormunder. He also likes to build things, but these things are bad, and they steal from people. So we're gonna get him. We fucked this little shit up, and he went running in the woods. So hunting him down. Hey, would you know how to use this? I give him the Hunter's Bane. Are you trained in in survival?
Oh, no, I kind of got lost.
God damn it.
Yeah, I was looking for some sort of crypt or something that Fuckeraw was telling me to go find. I don't know where it is. I had a map. I don't know where the map went.
I see. Well, maybe you can just come with us, and then once we're done with this little side quest, we're gonna head back into town, and Fucklerall's supposed to show up in a couple days anyway. So maybe you can ask him again.
That might work. Where am I?
The woods.
Yes. What town is nearby?
What is this town called?
We're north of Woodpine, yeah.
Yeah, we're just north of Woodpine, as they say.
Okay. They do say that. Okay.
Maybe you clicked on my
I did click on you. Trying to unclick it.
No. You should click the big vine monster and be him.
Also, do
Yeah.
you want us to give like a little brief description of what we actually look like to our new player?
Yeah.
Good idea. Why don't we?
Who wants to go first? I mean,
You brought it up.
Malachi. Oh
Yeah,
shit! Okay, all right.
You're trying to put me out here.
Yeah, I am. So Draven is currently working on healing Malachi, but I think with the new character or this our new
Maiko.
friend approaching, Maiko. Thank you. I don't know why I said Malachi. Brain broke. Healing Maiko, but with you guys approaching, he's going to stand up to his full height at about 6'4". He is in kind of almost traditional like gravedigger core, very like almost intimidating. He has a giant coffin strapped to his back that also functions as a tower shield. On his also strapped to his back is a gravedigger's shovel that has been kind of sharpened and fashioned to function both as a shovel and as an axe, as well as a smoking sword that is just really adding to the whole image, if you will, of this very goth apocalypto kind of character who immediately sees you and walks up and pulls out a little tiny notebook and goes, "Oh my gosh, it's very nice to meet you. I am trying to get to know as many people as I can. I'm Draven. It's a pleasure. What was your name? And tell me a little bit about yourself."
Oh, I'm Zaz. I'm a well, I wouldn't say inventor. I'm training to be inventor. But
Wonderful.
I'm, a smith by trade, usually.
Good.
You are very scary, but also very cool.
Oh, a little bit of blush as he like tries to turn and hide. Oh, thank you. Okay. And these are my friends.
Maiko, you've basically just been sitting there ignoring everybody, staring at that rapier for the last 10 minutes or so, haven't you?
Basically, yeah. Pretty much.
So while you're staring at the rapier and basically ignoring everybody else, why don't you tell Arco Pixian or Zaz what you look like?
I'm thin, wispy, like fox-like humanoid, light gray, almost white fur with purple accents, violet eyes. I have several piercings in my ears, eyebrows, nose, a couple of my lips. None of my jewelry matches. None of my piercings matches. It definitely looks like I just picked up random things like, ooh, this is nice. This is shiny. Put it on. I've got very loose, flowy clothing, mostly dark gray, black colors with dark purple accents. Rapier at my side. I look like I'd be a dancing type, which she definitely is. And well, actually, yeah, that's all you'll be able to tell for right now.
So as you're sitting there, you're looking at it. You have one of those, that eureka moment. Almost like a light bulb just kind of blinks off over your head. You've heard stories about this kind of thing before. This strange dark metal that that is extremely effective against certain types of creatures, specifically like the infernal and the fae. This is cold iron. It is a highly sought after metal material. It's a natural material. It's not magical so much. It's just very, very rare and very, very difficult to work with. But some creatures out there, like the fae, are naturally allergic to it.
Nice. Cool. And upon the realization that this is a very valuable thing, like there's definitely a sparkle in Maiko's eyes. She's definitely very, very happy with this find. And she almost like, so we've already swapped it on the thing, but once she realizes what it is, that's when she's gonna take the other rapier, just kind of toss it aside, like just, nonchalantly, like, I don't care about this. This is junk, and I'm gonna put this rapier in its place.
Oh no! Everybody makes a reflex save. Just throws it.
No. I would definitely, make sure I'm not throwing it at anybody.
So describing ourselves, Malachi is dark-skinned, handsome, obviously young, like early 20s. He has like black, just kind of wavy textured, kind of like rock star hair. Big cat ears, a little bit of facial hair. He's like 5'7.5". So a little bit on the shorter side for his family, especially. He's got a tail, and right now, I think I said last time, he's rocking the all black bounty hunter fit. So black top matches the black pants, matches the black belt, matches the black cowboy boots, matches the black hat of disguise, which is a big cowboy hat.
In other words, we have Antonio Banderas from Desperado.
Yeah, it's like the Western fringe shirt. Maybe we even got like the white fringe. Like he's just always decked to the nines. And then of course I've got my 6-shooter, the Lacat, on my hip. It's always out and about, never hiding it, because it's beautiful. Why would you?
It's true. Kikiro, what do you look like?
Yeah, Kikiro is Tengu, so he's a very crow-like individual with his he's got black feathers, purple eyes, and a line of a few purple piercings in his beak. He stands relatively tall for a Tengu, which is like 5 feet flat. Bedecked in some neat leather and metal armor. But otherwise not carrying any weapons. Other than the rapier he is currently kind of strapping to his backpack.
Is that Maiko's discarded rapier?
Yeah, that's Maiko's discarded rapier. Don't know how to use it.
You're like, just in case.
Just in case. Putting this on here.
If you happen to have... What did you do with your rapier on your character sheet, Maiko? Did you, delete it, or did you put it back?
He moved it to the loot.
I put it in the loot table, and then, he took it.
Perfect. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, next thing we have to decide. Everything's in the loot table. If you want me to, I can go ahead and distribute the coins to the 4 players who found it.
Yeah.
We still need to identify the bracelet. But if somebody wants to hold on to it,
we can try.
Yeah, but when we get the chance, I can take a shot at it.
Yeah, same. Whatever works.
Yeah, like if nobody else wants the bracelet,
I mean, I don't know if I want it because I don't know what it does.
Yeah, Kikiro, please take your time. I've got more healing to do.
Y'all still healing?
Are you guys trying to identify these items?
Yeah, we just got the one left.
I can help if you need it. I'm been around magic items, and
Yes.
Have at it.
Our cup floweth over.
Sure.
Well, if Kikiro doesn't get it,
Kikiro has no clue whatsoever what's up with that bracelet.
then why would well let?
It's a bracelet. Probably.
Yeah, you see, it's got a rune on there, which implies it's magical.
Maybe it's an anklet, and that was my problem.
Sure.
So here's the deal, Zaz. There in the actors section of Foundry, at the very bottom, you should be able to see a thing called the loot table. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, if you click on that, and you would see in the equipment, there's something called unusual object. Next to that, there's a little question mark. If you click on it, it should allow you to attempt to identify.
Nature of this object is unclear.
Did I not click on it right?
Just a right click or a left click. And if you click on it, then something should pop up. Post skill checks to chat.
Yeah, I don't see that. I can click on the picture, but that just puts the object into the chat.
On the right-hand side of the item. If you look all the way to the right-hand side of the loot table, there's a little question mark. It says identify item.
Yeah, I don't see that question mark.
Interesting.
Anyone else see it?
No.
Wait,
On the right side or the left side?
On the right side. Yeah.
I think that
Yeah,
only
I don't-
appears for GMs.
That's just a GM
Yeah.
thing? Cause
Yeah, on the left, I can press. There's like a question mark, and I can press it. It just quotes unusual object. Oh, there we go. Now you
know
can
what?
click one of
Here,
those
I
buttons.
clicked on that, and so you
Okay.
should be able to click on that then.
Okay,
Yes. All right.
go team.
Good to know.
Right.
Unfortunately, yeah, you cannot.
What the
You
hell?
cannot figure this one out as well.
Really?
All of you have sat down and tried to
Have
figure
I
this thing
actually
out.
rolled for it?
Yeah, neither you or I have.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've
I don't-
rolled for it.
I've not rolled for the unusual or for the bracelet. Oh wait, no, did I? Yeah, I
You
did.
did.
I did.
She
Never
did.
mind. I did.
She did. I believe you have to be
Trained.
trained in the skill to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you?
I got no clue.
am not trained in it. Well, let's just, I guess, put it in the pack for now. We can always bring it back and give it to that damn ass wizard.
I mean, or somebody can just put it on and see what happens.
Hey.
Try with
That might be fun.
Yeah, you know, I do like being the guinea pig sometimes. What if I get cursed, though? Is it worth it? Would a curse make me cooler?
Depends on the
Yes.
curse.
Undeniably.
Would you guys like me to try on this one? Or are
I
we
think,
just gonna say
yeah, let's
give
give
up on it?
no, let's give Draven a chance, and then if Draven doesn't do it, you can slap that thing on me.
Okay, well, perfect. I have one more in this one, so let's try it with some religion.
You've got it. Yes.
I don't got it.
Do have it.
Oh.
You succeed finally. Like everyone's been passing this around. Your group has been sitting here for over an hour, by the way.
Yeah.
The fires of the zombies have finally burnt out. It's still smoking and it still smells terrible. But at long last, when Draven sits down and begins to examine this, you do get an inkling of what this is. This is an armory bracelet. It's an interesting item. It's a small charm that, well, let's see. If you look at the item, several small charms shaped like weapons hang from this armory bracelet, which is brass. So we're gonna say that as you examine it, the runes kind of change, and you see these like little depictions of different weapons around the thing. The bracelet has one charm for each of the groups: bow, brawling, club, dart, flail, blah 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 blah. When you pull one of the charms, so for this flavor, when you press on one of the runes that depict a weapon, the charm transforms into the weapon of your choice from that group. If it requires ammunition, it appears in the quiver. This weapon is a +1 striking weapon of a type you choose. After 1 minute, the weapon transforms into a non-magical version and remains until your next daily preparation. At that point, the weapon and any remaining ammunition crumble to dust, and the charms reappear on the bracelet. So it's basically a free whatever weapon. That,
Infinite weapon bracelet.
Oh my
that
God.
gives you a +1 striking for about a minute. Kinda cool.
That is pretty cool, but I kind of have a relationship with my weapon. I don't see myself using another one too often.
I mean,
Don't use
know
it.
if it goes with the garb, but it is cool. I can wear it.
Yeah, I feel like it matches.
Oh,
Yeah, you're kind of missing some jewelry, Draven.
that's
Like you've
true.
got a good fashion sense, but you really need to like accessorize.
Yeah, take it from me. Brass looks good in anything.
All right.
Like the criticism is too much. it's steering away from constructive.
Right as we're kind of discussing this, and Draven is explaining what this this thing does. Anesthetic is currently in chat right now and is giving her inspiration to Maiko. Anesthetic is one of our Patreon supporters who likes to hang out and chat and gets to give somebody inspiration. So Maiko, you have a free hero point that you can hold on to and you can use during the session.
Yay.
He-
What did the hero point
It's
do again? Is it-
basically a
it's just
reroll, the
reroll?
same thing as
Okay.
the random rep sequence. Yeah.
Okay. Just double check.
Yep. Yeah.
Agreed.
Thank you, Anesthetic.
Absolutely. So then, now that you finally identified these things, it's a little past midday at this point. You set out fairly early to do this, to do your investigation. You spent some time at the first site. You followed the trail for a while. You've come upon the second site. So let's say it's probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, judging by where the sun is currently overhead. You are in the forest still, but it is still brightly lit out, and you still have most of the day ahead of you. So with that in mind, Pathfinders, what's the plan from here?
Guess we're gonna keep following those tracks.
Following the trail that we found earlier.
To follow this trail, I'm going to need somebody to roll what everyone really loves me to say, a survival check.
Any volunteers?
I think mine's probably still the best.
Yeah, I've only got
Four.
one.
I'm a +2.
I
have a
have a
plus one.
+0, so.
So we have a
Oh.
+4 and a +2 are the highest. Okay. So can the other people help us?
Yes,
Can they attempt
somebody can do a new roll and give the help action. If you roll a 15, you got it. I don't know. I still miss the 20 personally, but
I think if 15 makes so much more sense.
it's better for the players, so I support it.
Yeah. It was like
So-
harder to roll to help than it was to actually roll.
Sometimes, yeah, which is weird, but whatever. But hey, I'm down for it. 15 is good for me.
So
So it-
Draven and Maiko roll survival to try to help.
I need one person. One person has to roll to help. Then whoever's making the official survival check has to make that check. Rolling
Okay,
the to help.
and who were the highest ones? Because I've got a +1 in survival.
I have a +2.
If anybody has-
Kikiro has
Okay.
+4.
So why don't you assist Kikiro?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what it is. Okay, 2 people are rolling the survival, and then 2 people are helping those 2. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. Is this private? Is all always private? Can't hear you.
This is going to be a blinded GM roll. Yes. Well, I just needed one person to roll.
Oh,
Well, we're going to take Maiko since
Oh, wait.
Maiko was the first one.
Well, I thought because I thought
It's
2
fine.
people are rolling the survival.
Well, okay, yes, 2 people are rolling to survival. One person was rolling to help, and then the second person was doing the official roll. I thought Kikiro was
okay.
doing the
I think-
official roll.
yeah.
I thought we
that's
were
what got
rolling
people
multiple
confused.
survival checks. I was confused.
Yeah, so that's what
Okay. fair.
what I was so that I thought it was Draven and Kikiro were rolling the actual survival checks, and then Malachi and I were rolling to help those
No.
2.
No. The reason
worries.
everybody rolled the last time was because you were investigating 2 separate things. Okay? That's why all
Okay.
4 people rolled. This time, I just need one person to help, one person to roll the official survival check to follow the tracks. So I'm going to take Maiko's, since Maiko was the first one, and I know the 2 of you are trying to decide who's doing what. So we're going to take Maiko's. So that is a success. Kikiro,
Okay.
give me your official survival check +1. Okay. So you begin walking around the campsite, looking at the trampling of the grass, the placement of everything, and start just kind of scoping out, trying to regain those tracks that you had followed to the campsite. At first, it's kind of difficult. You actually are seeing a lot of foot traffic now because as you are fighting with this group of zombies, like you kind of trampled about, and then you've been looking about, searching, and then Zaz showed up and you trampled some more. But with Maiko's help, Kikiro, you are able to find the trail once again. Just hit it. And after a few minutes, you do notice that those smaller booted footprints with the high-backed heel, that you're like, oh, that's definitely that trail we've been following for Zermunder. You can't help but notice that his trail kind of skirts around this campsite, kind of close, and you get the idea that chances are him crossing this around this campsite may be what awoken those zombies up again and had them much more attentive in looking for new targets when you all arrived. You continue to follow the trail. The trail heads north a little bit, but then you notice that it's beginning to curve a little bit more westward. This is now going to be an exploration moment. You're following the trail. It is leading you in a westward direction, which, as you're starting to move, you can see that the trees are starting to thin up ahead. You are beginning to leave the forest. You're getting close to that. I'm going to need some... I want to know, because we already know what Kikiro is doing. Kikiro is leading the trail. They're following the path and following the footsteps. I want to know what everyone else is doing to support Kikiro while you're traveling. So let's start with Malachi. Malachi, what are you doing for your exploration phase?
I think the best thing I could do would be to scout again.
Okay, scouting is always
Which I believe is perception.
It is perception.
God dang, terrible. Got an 11.
Okay.
I don't want to use my coin yet. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, 11 is a failure. You're not going to be able to assist with any initiative rolls if it does come up. Maiko, what are you doing during this phase? Or what activity? I'm so used to Magi Knights. What exploration activity are you using? Correct terminology.
So, what I was wanting to do, first of all, can 2 people scout, or do I have to do something different? And if it matters, I was going to be stealthy about it.
Well, so stealthing is a different thing entirely. For your stealthing, that's you trying to keep yourself hidden while the group is moving.
Well, yeah, so, because here's what I was wanting to do. I was going to shape change into fox form. And I was kind of wanting to scout ahead, like kind of be sneaky, stealthy about it, scout ahead, make sure if there's anything ahead, I could, run back real quick and warn everybody.
Okay. Well, you can be stealthy and move stealthily and keep yourself hidden, or you can scout. I will allow 2 people to scout. because it doesn't make sense that only one person's doing it while everyone's. Here's the difference. In as far as exploration activities goes, one of them is avoid notice. You attempt a stealth check to avoid notice while traveling at half speed. If you have a swift sneak feat, you can full speed. Blah 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 blah. Basically, if you're avoiding notice at the start of an encounter, you use your stealth check instead of perception check to determine your initiative and see if anyone notices you. So it's more of a, if you run into combat, it helps you and aids you to be doing that for initiative purposes. The difference is if you're scouting, and you succeed, everybody gains a +1 circumstance bonus to their initiative. But you will still be completely visible.
Okay. Actually, though, you know what? I do have surprise attack, so I think being stealthy would be more advantageous for me. So I think I'm gonna do that. But can I still like? I guess there's no point though in me going fox form. Well, I guess yeah, there is because that could make me stealthy, right? For flavor, because
Sure. Yeah.
okay. That's what I'm gonna do then. So yeah, I'm gonna shift into my fox form, and I'm gonna kind of stealth along. Because also, I mean, I'm a fox. I'm gonna go more unnoticed that way.
Yeah.
I wish it actually gave me benefits though to shift. Like I wish it gave me advantage or something.
Well, if you're going to be moving stealthily, if you're trying to avoid notice, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Draven, what are you doing?
Can I have a +1 circumstance since I am a fox and it's like gonna be less less dangerous looking?
Does that ability give you a +1 to stealth?
But it could if you let me.
Well, yes, anything could happen if I let you, but that's not the point. So I'm going to say probably not then.
Okay. And I guess this is a blind roll too.
Technically, yeah, probably it should be. Yeah. Maiko kind of fades into the shadows as you're all moving forward. Draven, what are you wanting to do?
Actually, breaking on my norm instead of defend, I'm gonna do the detect magic one. So you cast detect magic at regular intervals, moving at half speed like everybody else. Because I figure since we're using some magic user, it would probably ping something since I'm familiar with everybody else's magic. So
I like it. I like it. What I want you to do for me, is just blindly to me roll a D100.
oh, I blind do it. Ooh. Oh, what do I? Oh, is there a way to do that? There it is. Duh.
And while you're doing that, Zaz, what are you
Yeah,
wanting to do
that's it.
for your exploration activity?
That is a good question. Don't know how much a lot of this works.
I'll throw you a
I think.
bone.
Oh.
Okay, Anesthetic in chat just redeemed an advantage for Maiko. So, Maiko, your next dice roll
Double
is going to be at advantage.
up.
Thanks again, anesthetic.
Right.
Things are happening.
Things are happening.
Something's happening.
Zaz, you need a minute?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were sending me a link for it.
I put it in Discord. The Discord chat.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see it.
It's in Æther-Tech Wars.
Oh, there it is. Didn't. Okay.
Well, while you're looking over that, just chime in whenever you see what you're wanting to do. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of describe this whole scene. You are all moving at a slow pace, following this trail that Kikiro is discovering, and following it a fair ways. The trail you follow leads out of the forest, heading towards the west. But then, Kikiro, you're kind of surprised to discover that the trail begins to start angling in a southwestern direction. Then over the span of about an hour of travel, you realize that it's actually starting to turn much more southward. You all do have a map. It's a map of the country of Contrast. You don't use it too often, but it is there, and it's currently in that handout, the party handouts section of the journal. In in Foundry. And unfortunately, the map decided to not work.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say.
just pull it up
Glitch.
again. See, that's one of the things I didn't look at, but it's okay because it's seconds to fix.
I think I got what I'm doing during the travel. By the way.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm gonna search.
Hey, you are going to be searching. You're seeking for
Yes.
hazards and whatever. So this is going to be a perception check for you.
Perception. All right. Do I do that blind or?
Yeah, go ahead and do that blind while I'm trying to fix
Okay.
my app.
It's working now.
It-
Yeah, I mean, I
There we
just really, I don't
go.
know.
Okay, good. It just popped up for me. So anyway, if you look at the map, you're kind of this northwestern part of the forest, and it's starting to curve downward. So, like I said, you've been north of Woodpine. You're starting to head the way to the west and then down to the southwest. So you're just past these forests right over here. And judging Kikiro based on the direction of where the footsteps are going, it seems like they're heading towards the coast.
So
Interesting.
we need to catch up.
He's gonna sail away on a boat.
Or swim some.
Zaz,
Yeah. Hi.
you have been searching for whatever you can find as the rest of the team has been plowing forward. And as you're coming close to the edge of the tree line, something catches your eye. It was kind of hidden past a couple of the trees, but you notice the small ring of stones that as you draw closer to it, you discover that it's actually a campfire or the remains of a campfire.
Oh.
It's positioned itself next to a very, very large oak tree. And there is, you can't help but notice that there is a small knot hole in the tree. And so you pointed out, and
yeah.
Let's say you have Draven, who's the tallest, lift you up so you can look into the knot hole.
Yeah, uppies.
Peace, please.
Weirdly enough, this happens at least once a day.
Malachi tries not to look jealous.
As you examine the knot hole, you notice that there's like bits of food scraps left in there, but not like the kind of thing you would normally find in the forest, like say something a squirrel would hide away. There's like potato scraps and thin ribbons that looks almost like they've been cut with a knife, and they couldn't have been here more than like maybe a day at most. They're kind of like browning, almost turning purpley like a potato peeling does when it's been sitting out for a day. You find little bit like an apple core that's kind of browning but not rotting. You find little bits of paper and that sort of thing all tucked away in there.
Yes. Say no more. Zaz starts snacking.
No.
You all look as Zaz is like half in this knot hole, half out, but then as they come out, they just are holding this apple core, chomping on it.
Yeah. Couple potato
Get that
scraps
in my hair.
coming out of the snout. And
I
So,
found food.
does this look suspiciously familiar to anybody else? Is this like the campsite that we stumbled upon before, where we fought all those zombies, or a very similar looking campsite? I don't know. You said that there's a circle of rocks.
Well, circle of like stones, like for a campfire, like you know when you make a little ring and then to
campfire
not let it
ring.
spread. Yeah, campfire ring.
Okay.
Not like the big wide circle of stones you found previously. This is more just like a ring of stones for a campfire, and then there's like some trash tucked up in a knot hole, almost as though they're purposely trying to hide it.
Are there little healed footprints over here? Like that of a no?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
They definitely came in this direction, but give me a survival check, somebody.
I got you. Do you want to blind?
It doesn't matter. This one. For that 14 you rolled, Kikiro, you're like looking about them, and there are no footprints in this area, but looking at the way the dirt has been moved about, it almost looks like someone purposely tried to sweep up footprints around the campfire. Because, like, other than your footprints, there are none. The ground was freshly raked over and kind of disturbed a bit. You're seeing signs of, like, placement of leaves in a way that, to a normal glance, nobody would have really noticed and that sort of thing. But now that you're looking at it, it looks almost too purposeful. As though somebody purposely tried to hide the fact that they walked over, made a campfire hidden behind some trees, and then walked away from it.
They probably should have broken up this campfire ring. That's the first.
Well, again, it was hidden somewhat based on your perception. Based on where
this is Malachi talking shit.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
All right. Seems like maybe we're catching up here less than a day ago. So I wonder how far
I don't know why people throw away the scraps. It's like they're good. They're just as good.
Listen, we don't have enough time in the day for me to tell you about how many ways that's wrong.
I kind of spit some apple seeds out.
So you're wasting them. Why don't you swallow those?
There's cyanide in these. You can't eat them.
Coward.
Zaz, as you're munching on what little remains of that apple core, you can't help but
Yeah.
notice that that campfire, or the remains of it, it's mostly ash at this. But there's like little bits and scraps of paper hidden among the ashes.
It looks like they were burning something. Whoever
This is
these
what
people
fires
were.
are for.
Well, burning something possibly important. There's paper.
Can we remove some bits of paper and see if they have any words left on them?
I'm gonna say that, yeah, with that 14 that Kikiro rolled, like as you're kind of you kind of kneel down and scrape away and start looking through the ashes and stuff like that. You've seen paper burned in a campfire before. Most of it is just gone, but there are a couple little scraps and pieces that remain, and you kind of pull them out and dust them off and examine them. Does anybody speak Gnomish?
I do. Hi.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, what's to say?
There are a handful of words on this on the paper that you find. They are in Gnomish. These are the words on the paper. I'm going to read them to you, and I'll also put it in chat for you. The words are: illustrious queen gives, construct test apro, soldier gives full, unremarkable fishing V, and soul siphon, containment. Those are the words. I will put them in chat for you now.
Maybe it's like one of those kids' books where you have to rearrange the words to make a new sentence or a new word.
Nah. I mean,
No, Draven's dumb as fuck.
Draven, you just stand there and look pretty, okay?
Oh,
Illustrious queen gives, construct test approved, soldier gives full, unremarkable fishing VI, and soul siphon containment.
oh,
Is there
Ah.
a fishing
So
construct?
I'm just going to let you know that the semicolons, those aren't in there. That was just to mark off the different sections of the word. But everything else is written as is. So in one piece of paper, or in one scrap of paper, you like see industrious queen gives, another piece, yada yada yada.
That's sorry, I keep dropping out and then coming back. I'm not doing that.
well, unremarkable fishing, probably village. So
Yeah, that's what I would
Village.
think. Village.
wood pine, soul siphon,
And soul.
And soul
siphon. Is
So-
that
The
the weird
construct
head vacuum
test
thing?
Approval.
approval or approved.
Yeah.
Now, assuming that they go in this order, illustrious queen gives construct test approval, maybe.
And soldier gives full report. So it sounds like somewhere there is some matriarch who is approving these kinds of tests, you know, which is like building constructs, possibly using the constructs to mess with this village or to get people and siphon their souls to put them into constructs, stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
What do we know about gnomish culture? Like, do they have a queen?
That would probably be a society check.
Oh.
You have
Brandie.
no fucking clue.
Wow.
I'm just going to remind you, Draven, you are from the kingdom of Gulfrin, which is like secluded and xenophobic, and have been at war literally your entire life with the elves. So, politics outside of that, yeah, you got nothing.
That's where my grandpa's from. I got a 13.
So unfortunately, Malachi, with your 13 as well, like you don't know a lot about a whole lot of other countries out there. You've been to the Dowrin Empire once, and you do know the fact that the Dowrin Empire split off during the breaking, and the western side of it, you have heard before. You do know this fact. I've mentioned it before that like half of the Darwin Empire split off from the other half and created its nation, and is actually run by the gnomes, or at least some gnomes. So you do know that fact. I'm pulling up the name.
Nomond, I believe.
Yeah, it is the Gnomon Confederation, and the capital city is the former capital city of the Darwin Empire, Morag. They changed the name to Nomengard. So you know those things about the gnomes. They currently have a new confederation, which is basically half of what used to be the Darwin Empire.
Well,
but beyond that,
Confederation doesn't usually have a queen.
Maybe we just need to befriend a gnome and they could just tell us about it.
Yeah, they're notoriously hard to befriend, in my experience.
I don't know. I made a gnome friend pretty easily.
Zaz,
Yeah.
since Faldy talked to you about me, does it seem like he's like particularly still maybe mad in some way, harboring resentment of sorts, or has he seemed to have like followed the model of forgive and forget, and his conscience is clear?
Would I know?
I'm going to say making. Oh God.
I'm just hoping.
Diplomacy?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Make me a diplomacy check.
Hey, my kobold is good at diplomacy too, guys.
Please roll good.
Just it's a 20.
Hey.
I kick
This guy's charismatic. I don't know.
So you would know a few things. Balderall absolutely calls Malachi a little shit more times than not. But there's always that, like, fatherly gleam in the eye, like the mentor type of gleam of, you know, they're talking shit and they're like outwardly irritated and angry, but there's also that residual there's that residual love of an apprentice that you can see, like, you know Falderall pretty well, and you've gotten to know them over the last however long you've been working for them. You've always gotten the impression that while Falderall talks gruff and acts like he absolutely is pissed off at Malachi, you get the vibe that it's more for show than.
Yeah.
So what?
I don't
what do
tell
you
any of this to Malachi.
So what are you telling to Malachi?
I tell Malachi,
You know.
No, I don't
That's
know.
all.
That's why I'm asking. I don't know. That's all you're gonna give me?
You know,
he's himself about it. He's don't take anything he says too harshly.
Oh,
If you've talked to him recently.
You know, I don't even think I care what he thinks anymore. I say and turn around.
What did you do?
What do you mean? What did I do? Why did I have to do something? Maybe I did nothing, and he's just being He's
Oh.
being dramatic.
Full on deadpan just stares at you.
And I think that's a perfect place. Take a pause and go on break. With Malachi like spluttering and trying to.
I don't know why everybody has to blame me like I did something wrong when I didn't do anything wrong, honestly.
And that's where the camera fades away. Right there. So we will be back in about 10 minutes, folks. And when we return, we're going to find out what our heroes are up to and what they find. Stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back. We're probably going to get derailed at some point, but that's okay. Our heroes have found their way to yet another campsite. This one much more recent than the one they found previously. I'm going to say that as you're examining it and you found those pieces of paper and everything, Zaz, since you're the one who found them, you can notice that this campfire, it can't be more than a day old, maybe a day and a half at most. Like there's a tiny bit of residual warmth. You can, as you're scraping away, you're just looking at the pieces of charcoal that have been left remain from the fire that was once there, and they're still fairly fresh. So whoever made this and found and burned these pieces of paper couldn't have been here less than 36 hours. Maybe less.
Yes. And my little kobold knows all this, apparently.
All right, well...
I'll tell everyone that I think this has been here for like, a little over a day, possibly less.
Well, why don't we pick up the pace? See if we can catch this
Who
guy.
are we tracking, by the way?
I told you it was a gnome named Zormunder. Yeah, I said he was like Faldy, but like the bad version.
I don't remember any of this.
Well, maybe you should pay more attention. So
I
he's
mean,
a
yeah, I
gnome.
guess.
He likes to build stuff. His name is Zormunder. He builds like constructs that he then makes fight us. So that's about it.
Makes constructs. I would love to learn how to make constructs.
Yeah, well, the ones
Currently
he's
having more
making,
flashbacks.
the ones he's making are pretty bad. Yeah, they've caused a lot of destruction and a lot of theft. We went into like his hidey hole and wrecked the place, and he got away. So we're tracking him down.
He's also quite skilled with magic. He does pack a little bit of a punch, but I don't think he can take a punch.
Yeah, himself.
Right. Well, I'm just following you guys, so
Are you sure? I mean, I don't want to. You are on a mission of yourself. We are honored to have you. But...
If I stay in this forest for much longer, I'm going to die of starvation.
Oh, then yes,
Oh.
you should come with.
I
Draven picks
am
up.
lost.
I lost. I'm Kikiro.
Well, this was slightly off the path that you were following, Kikiro. Had to step away from that trail, and you do know that the footprints that led up to that campfire, he must have gone up there, did what he did, sweep away the footprints, and kind of tried to hide the fact that he was burning these things before moving on. That's kind of the impression you're getting from this whole setup here. But you do know where the trail continued. And you make your way back to that and continue to follow it. So we're going to go back to what we've been doing before. I need somebody to make that survival check to follow these footprints on the next leg of the journey. And then I want you to tell me what the rest of you are doing during this exploration. Who's feeding the trail?
Trail.
Yeah, I think Kikiro's the best one for it.
Everyone looks at Kikiro, just Help.
Haven't failed us yet.
Kikiro, survival. Rest of you, give me a lowdown on what you're doing to as you're following this trail. Okay.
What do people think about if we were to try to go fast, like hustle? But I guess it's just for a number of minutes.
Well, you can do that. The bad part about that is you won't be able to do any other exploration activities if you're hustling, which is fine. You have to tell me that's what you're doing.
Yeah, because it seems like one of those things, like, why would I do it if nobody else is going to do it? Because then I'll just be ahead of everybody for no reason.
Yeah, so everyone has to agree to hustle.
I don't believe I can track and hustle at the same time.
It becomes more difficult. When?
I don't know. I
mean,
put it out there.
I would be fine with us hustling, just to try to catch up to him, because the longer it takes us to get to him, the further away he's getting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could also take longer if we lose the trail while hustling. Is the problem.
Well, if anybody says no, then we'll just not hustle. So.
Oh, so you said we wouldn't be able to track him if we're hustling?
He said it would
Not
be
easily.
harder.
Harder, and I'm not that good at it.
Yeah. With non-trained
yeah.
I'm the
survival,
best at
it's-
it, but not good.
I'll just scout again then.
Okay. Perception check from you, Malachi. Maiko, what do you do? And make
Same.
all these blind to GM. I'm not going to just say it after each time. Just everyone know for exploration, blind to GM.
I'll try to remember.
And I'm going to do the same as before. I'm still in fox form. I'm going to keep stealthing just in case we, catch an enemy.
Draven.
I'm following suit. Gonna do the same as before. See if it actually works out this time. So.
Okay. You are rolling me a D. Zaz.
Yes. I'll probably just keep searching, more than likely. Yeah. That's a perception. Yes.
Perception. Okay. This Draven, can you roll me a D12 and a D?
Some
Blind
bad
as well?
things happening.
Do you want these blind as well?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay. So, here's what's going on. Kikiro, you are following this trail. You are all moving slowly and cautiously. That way Kikiro can actually look through the grass, keep looking for those trampled bits, those broken twigs and whatever, because you're moving out of the forest and into a much more grassy area. Okay? As you're traveling, Malachi, you're scouting a little bit ahead of Kikiro. You're keeping them in your periphery, but you're scouting. You're looking more for any signs of anything that might come up. You're keeping your eyes to the skies. You're keeping your eyes on the horizon. Maiko, you have essentially faded into the background. You are kind of keeping to the bushes. Every so often, like, you'll see this little sharp a streak going from one hidey place to another, but you're keeping yourself relatively hidden. While Draven, you're more looking to the ground. You're more keeping an eye out for things of that nature. And Zaz, you're also kind of keeping your eye looking about. And that sort of. Now, you continue on your journey for another hour. So, moving away from the forest into this much more grasslands. You can see in the distance, probably about 5 or so miles away towards the south, that the sea is there on the horizon. The lower part of Coltrast is sort of a cliff. Like, if you've ever seen pictures of like England and see the northern coast, how it's much more raised up and than other parts of the island, and you can't land there. You kind of have to go around, that sort of thing. That's what the lower southwestern region of Coltrast is. It's like really, really high up, and then the sea is much, much lower than the edge of the island itself, leaving these very, very large cliffs. And it seems like the path you're following, the footprints, Kikiro, are heading in that direction. And you can see in the distance the sea, that glimmering blue that's kind of starting sort of sparkling and casting the sunlight, because the sun's at that perfect angle. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's really, really bright out, and so you're getting that glint off the sea, and you can see it clear, even 5 miles away. It's beautiful, and the footprints are definitely coming in that direction, or going in that direction. Now, after about an hour of travel, Malachi, you've been keeping a very, very vigilant scout. And as you glance back towards the mountains, like, because every so often you're like going ahead, you have to look back to where your party is, you have to go ahead again, you have to look back, and as you're looking back to make sure that Kikiro and you are pretty close to one another, you see something on the horizon. And at first it's like, whatever, it's just a bird, but then you glance at it again, and you can see the Mistspire Mountains in the distance behind you towards the north. And whatever this is rising up past that and moving overhead. And as you're watching this at first, is that just a bird? No. This perspective is wrong. That's way too big to be a bird. But it has wingspan and it's moving through the air. Wow, that's really... Wow. It's weaving. Oh shit, it's coming in this direction. It's kind of what your thought process is thinking.
So are we fully in the grasslands now? Like there's no cover?
There's not a lot of cover. There's like tall grasses and things like that. Occasional bush, but not a lot.
And then how tall is that grass? Like hip height?
Hip height.
Okay. I want to turn around and tell everybody to drop in the grass.
Whose hip?
I was obviously referring to myself.
Hip.
So I'm pretty much barely poking out of the grass, while Draven's very much so very out of grass.
Yes.
My thighs have the best coverage ever, but that's it.
That's...
Yeah, I will definitely. I'm a little cat in the grass. I will drop down into the grass, and skitter a little bit, and then I want to, in like a loud whisper, I want to be like, "You remember how that one kobold that we kind of paid off, told us that he was building like, oh, was it that he said the other one had fought a dragon? There was somebody who told us there was something about a dragon."
You found the remains of a wormling.
Yeah.
Bones and stuff in that cave.
Well, one way or another, it looks like a dragon. So whether that's a real dragon or like a clockwork dragon, I think it's something like that.
You see a dragon? I love dragons.
Hey, be quiet. I mean, I'm assuming based on what Matt said, it seems dragon-like to me.
Dragons are so cool.
Yeah, well, maybe we should make sure this dragon has good intentions before we get ourselves acquainted. Um, yeah, when it was heading in our direction, did it seem like it was like beelining towards us, like it knew we were there, or?
At first it was just flying and flying and flying, but then it sort of like oriented itself, and it seems like it's coasting towards your group. Now, again, think of perspective, think of like distance and that sort of thing. You're seeing this as a distance, and it sort of like wobbles back and forth, then it levels out, and from that point on, it's coasting and coasting and coasting directly towards what you would presume is directly at you.
Yeah, but it's like pretty far away.
Fairly, yeah.
Like it would take hours to get to us. Minutes,
I would say
days?
that like hours. What would be a good roll for this one? That's kind of hard. I can check.
Like nature.
Maybe,
Sure,
yeah,
Traveling
nature. I
distance.
feel like nature feels like a good one for me. Let's go with that.
I don't have a great nature, but I'll still do it. 13.
Definitely less than an hour, less than 30 minutes, maybe 15-ish, if you're lucky.
Yeah, so we don't have a whole lot of time before it gets to us. What we could do, are we far from the trees? Did we just like walk
No,
out? What if we made it?
You've been traveling for
Okay.
about an hour now.
All right, so we're well into the grasslands.
Mhm.
All right. What do you guys want to do? We could get moving following these tracks still. But this thing's coming to meet us.
Let's see.
That is spooky, definitely.
What's Draven gonna do? Okay, yeah, that answers it. Is there any way we could just crouch down low into the grass and keep moving forward, or?
You haven't done that yet? I've been talking to you from the grass this whole time. I'm laying in the grass.
Draven has been standing and just staring. Like, what
down.
do you mean?
Sit down. I thought we were all had understanding that we were crouching in the grass.
Oh no.
No, I haven't been crouching. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, but you're short enough that he probably don't see you anyway.
You hear the most
Meanwhile-
disgusting pop of knees as
Draven, how old are you?
That did not sound good.
22.
Wait, how old are you?
Yeah, he's pretty young. I think
You said 22?
Oh no, 26. He's 26.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say. You're younger than me.
Meanwhile, Maiko's been hidden the whole entire time.
Yeah, I don't even know where Maiko is right now. Why don't we all just sneak?
Probably a good idea.
If we can't come up with a better plan than that, then I think we all just crawl in the grass in the general direction that we were going.
Just the vision of above watching this whole group.
I don't know. Maybe Maiko's being stealthy. Maybe I'll be stealthy.
Sure, okay.
It's not gonna be great for you though.
No, it's fine. I'm taking everybody with me. Let's go.
Oh, come on, Draven. Don't be like that.
Friendship is power.
Well, maybe I guess let's have ourselves prepared at the very least. So I definitely will have my gun drawn. I might draw one of these bombs just in case.
Okay. So you're drawing your weapon. You're crouching down and you're hiding. Is that what you're doing? You're just hiding.
I mean,
I'm
that's what it
probably-
sounds like.
After hearing that there's something up ahead, I probably would have like shifted back into normal form because like that's an action. Oh no! Shoot! Hold on. No, I'll burn an action whenever I get into a fight. I'm gonna stay as fox form to stay hidden.
Yeah, I'm not unless anybody has a better idea, but I feel like I did my part.
Yeah, I want to have an
I think it would be
advantage.
best.
Mhm.
I want my stealth advantage, so yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
stay fox.
Okay.
think it's
Everyone who's
smart.
trying to hide, make for me stealth checks. Have to blind this
Do I still have to, even though I was already hidden?
one. Yeah, you do need to make a new one.
Oh boy.
I mean, that the
My
fucking
dude.
dice are
Yeah.
telling a story. They are so accurate.
Zaz doesn't crouch down, I don't think, with that 8.
Draven is
He's like too
trying.
busy trying to look at the dragon, assuming it
thing
is a
is-
dragon.
Just,
I think
they're-
Draven is
they're just
crouching,
kind of
but
like-
the shield is still standing straight up.
Yeah, it's just a coffin moving along the top of the grass. So dumb.
Okay.
So dumb.
So here's my question. Are you just planning on hiding? Honestly, I should have asked this question before I made you. Because now that you know that, or I should have made you do it. I think it would matter too much, but it matters a lot. But my question is, like, how long are you planning on hiding? Are you just going to hide until this dragon, or whatever the hell it is, flies overhead past you? Are you going to be waiting a little bit, and if it doesn't get close, are you just going to take off? You have another plan? It's kind of like, paint me a picture here.
In my mind, we crouched down in the grass, but we continued like crawling, slowly moving in the direction that we were originally headed. And then we're waiting to see if it flies overhead and it sees us and it starts something. At least we're prepared and we'll jump out of the grass. If it flies over us and doesn't notice us, also great.
Oh, it's gonna notice us.
I
know
almost
At least some of
why.
us.
well, a group check. As a group
I
check,
mean-
maybe it helps. We'll see. Somebody could use a hero point if they really wanted to. We got a few of them.
I mean, this
feel
is.
like I feel like my 8 is in line with my character.
Yep, no,
Unfortunately.
these rolls
It's
jump
valid.
out. It's fine.
Yeah. I totally would, but like this just makes sense to me.
Hmm.
It's correct, I fear.
Fair enough.
It's
So here's what we got going. Sounds like everybody's just like hiding out, trying to wait and see what happens. It does take a few minutes to get to you all. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop this up because I want you to see on the map where I have you now. This map isn't the best map. Kind of throwing this together. But you're in a grasslands area. You can see yourselves positioned where you would be relative to one.
I was scouting. I'm gonna move over there.
Where our path of travel is roughly.
Yeah, your path of travel is north going south. So you would be heading in the southern direction.
Oh, north going south. Okay, well let me.
Close-ish.
Oh, sorry.
speed over here.
Yeah, no, that checks out.
Trail, rather.
Yeah, with big guy.
Yep. Friendship.
See, we got to get oriented so that when he hits you with a cone of flame, we can determine if it hits all of us or just you two.
I mean, I feel like you're all like kind of you're seeing this. You have some expectations. You made your stealth rolls. We know what they are already. And so from this point, it's just you pitching yourself where you would be on them.
Done. I'm done. Final answer.
About right.
Locked in.
Yeah, I mean, we are definitely in perfect position for a cone attack, but I do feel like I would have kind of been here off to the side a little bit, but still close enough that if something happens, I'm like within range.
Yeah, literally, Malachi just assumed it's a dragon, even though he did just say it's too large to be a bird. So to me, that means it's a dragon. So for sure.
Yeah. So
It's not just a big bird.
you're
No,
all
sorry. Or any of the
crouching
other.
down. You're all
Winged
crouching
creatures.
down real quick. You're hiding in the grass. You're looking as best you can. I'm going to have you go around the table just to tell the audience, because like it's not a huge text with. I want each of you to tell me, or tell the audience, what your stealth check was. Kikiro, go first.
Kikiro did pretty well, got an 18, is doing pretty well. Crouched down and hiding, kind of peeking up occasionally with a swivel on his head.
Hit. Malachi?
Malachi is creeping like a big cat through the grass, just so camouflaged in my all black outfit with a 26. Nobody can see me.
Nice. Maiko?
I feel like Maiko's doing pretty well at a 15, hopefully. But yeah, I'm still in fox form. Kind of crouched down in the grass off to the side of everybody else.
Draven?
Draven got a 7.
That's it.
Nobody could see him at all.
At all.
Draven who?
Go.
They're seeing the coffin, but not Raven, because the coffin's obscuring him.
Yeah, so like, do you want to describe what this looks like?
Well, I think, legitimately, jokes aside, Draven is crouching down, but, I think he's kind of excited to see a dragon, and he doesn't want to, do anything, but this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to him, really. So he's like,
Oh my
okay,
God.
no, we got to stealth. But what does it look like? No, go back down. We're looking.
You and me both, Draven.
Damn
Yeah.
boys. Damn
Zaz?
boys.
Yeah, the kobold, being ever so enamored with dragons, barely crouches down and is just trying to get a glimpse of this majestic beast that they pretty much worship.
So, as you're standing there, some of you standing, some of you crouching, some of you transfixed, some of you terrified. Well, watch as this thing begins to come closer. Over the span of the next handful of minutes, watch as this creature begins to make this slow arcing circle around as though it banks slightly. It seems to be moving. And at first you're hoping, oh, maybe it's just kind of going around and it's not going to see us. But as it makes this slow arc, you get this idea that no, it is corkscrewing and it's beginning to make an ascent in your direction. You're all trying to look now, trying to see what the hell this is. You can see a wingspan. You can see what appears to be multiple, at least 4 moving appendages along a lean and angular form that as it lowers and lowers itself towards your group, you realize that this is not a dragon at all.
No,
Ooh.
come on.
Instead, the wings look more like a bat's than a dragon. The appendages, there are 4 of them, but they don't glimmer off the sun as those scales would be. It's much more muted. And the way the fingers move, it almost reminds you of a cat. And as it begins lowering itself, once it gets to about 100 or so feet, you can see what appears to be like tendrils of a mane and an almost cat-like mouth as a manticore comes into view.
Oh.
And I'm going to need you all to roll some initiative as I create this.
It's with +1 due to the scouting.
You do have a +1. Everybody has a +1 this initiative.
Is this one a blind or no?
No, it doesn't matter.
This one. Oh, 7. Wow, cool. Awesome.
Oh man, can you make sure it rolls less than a 16?
I already rolled.
I don't know if mine add to +1, but I don't
Oh
think it matters
man,
too
that
much.
sucks.
It should have if you told it.
I thought I did, but I also this is the first time using Foundry, so
This is fair. Let me
So your
look
base
at
bonus
it.
a plus
base
4?
bonus is a +4.
yeah,
so
my
no.
base bonus is
It
+4.
should be a +1.
So
Yeah, so I got an 8 instead of a 7.
nice. Core.
Oh wow, everyone has such good bonuses to their initiative.
Yeah.
Does anybody else need me to change
I
theirs
feel a little
before
left out.
I begin this?
No, 'cause I just did circumstance bonus. I don't know how you do scout bonus because
Nope, that's
Kikiro
perfect.
is-
It's
it
just a
is
circumstance. Yeah, it's just a circumstance.
I just filled in the text box
Yep.
Oh, okay.
for why that +1 is there.
I need real quick because here's where we got this manicore flying in. It is currently 100 feet above you at an angle to the northeast. You can see it moving, you can see it flying. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting close to you. And it looks like, oddly enough, Malachi, surprising no one, gets to go first.
Going to move. So is it ahead of? Oh, it's behind us. I see.
Yep.
And then I don't think I'll be able to hit it on this round unless I like straight just sprint towards it. And I like my stealth where I'm at. So I don't know. I think I might hold. How do you hold your turn in Pathfinder? It's like 2 actions.
Yeah, you use 2 actions to hold your turn, and then you just basically declare when you go. And I think, doesn't that move you in initiative to a new spot based on when you decide?
There's 2 differences. There's delay that just moves you in initiative entirely, and there's readying an action, which takes 2 actions, and you declare, hey, when an enemy does
And then
this
it lets
thing,
you
I'm
do
going to
one
take this one
action.
action.
Okay.
Ready
Oh,
doesn't
man.
move.
So there you go.
Delay, the whole point of delay is moving.
So ready doesn't move you. Just it just allows you to make that action when the circumstance happens that you.
I feel like I will delay.
Okay.
I feel like that makes more sense. That moves my whole turn and it moves my whole initiative. So yeah, because I just want to stay crouched where I'm at. I see it's coming towards me, and I've got my gun at the ready. And as soon as it gets within range, I'm gonna blast it.
Okay. So you're waiting till after the manicore moves.
Yep.
That's your delay action, or that's your delaying your turn. There you go. Raven, you are up next.
Pretty simple turn. I think I'm going to cast Infectious Enthusiasm. And I will choose Zaz to give the bonus to. So he's gonna put his hand on Zaz's shoulder and be like, "This is so exciting. I'm so ready. I can't wait to see you in battle. So I believe in you. You'll do so good." And then for my last action, I will raise shield, which will, with my oh god, I can't remember the name of the ability, but it'll also give a bonus to Zaz's AC for 1. Where is it? Devoted Guardian.
Pretty. Yeah, love it.
Oh no, +2 because I have a tower shield.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice. So you're giving Zaz a +2 circumstance bonus with that tower shield by basically raising it up between the two of you to protect you both. Love it. Okay, that was Draven's turn. Next off is the Manticore. Definitely what this thing is. Ooh, it looks fierce. You watch as it flies at an angle, almost like it's like, you know, when you're watching a hawk fly and suddenly the wings kind of shift and it starts nose diving towards something. That's what you're seeing with the Manicore. It's doing the exact same thing. So it is going to be flying up in a total about 80 feet. And so it's going to be ending up like, it's kind of right about here. Pythagorean theorem: a squared plus b squared equals c squared. What's your range, Malachi?
Range on my pistol is 60 feet because it's a dueling pistol.
60 feet. And how far away are you from Draven? Are
30.
looks like 30 feet, so that would be about 45 feet plus another 25 feet. So it is 70 feet away from you right now. It used 2 actions to move to that point. Just so you know, I just need to make a check real quick. Yes, so as it's flying, it's gotten to that point when suddenly the wings kind of furl and it stops and just kind of hovers right there. From you, it's technically 70 feet, Malachi. I just had to do the math real quick. So it is not within your range.
I'll still put my turn after its turn, and then I can always move a little bit, so.
Got it. So it stops right there, and when it stops right there, you notice it has a tail. It's long and thin like a lion's, but at the end of it is, instead of like a bushy little tuft, it almost looks like, have you ever seen a picture of an ankylosaurus and it's kind of like this big old club at the end of the tail?
Like a mace.
It kind of looks like that, but with a bunch of spikes all sticking out like a porcupine. It flicks that tail, and as it's flicking that tail, it is making a ranged attack at you, Draven, because you are the biggest thing. You have your shield up and out, and that's what it sees.
Yeah.
That's a 27 to hit.
That will hit.
That's a big number.
Yeah, that is
a big number.
Big number.
Oh.
Sorry, I hit the wrong thing. That's me.
Oof, owie. He said, "You're good. I'm not."
Fuck you, Malachi. Here's my question. What is your AC, Draven?
With the shield raised, it's 20.
Good news. That's not a critical hit. As you take 11 points of damage.
I will have the shield take 11 points.
Have your shield take that 11 points of damage. Go ahead and hit the block on that. Is your shield still up after that?
Barely.
Barely. So basically, everyone watches as Draven with this tower shield, holding it up. These spikes come flying out, right through the shield. Like, the spikes impale and end up probably about 2 inches away from your face. But it does not pierce your arm. It does not go through. You do not take that damage. Well done. That is the end of this creature's turn, which means that it is now Malachi's again for your last action.
So, am I hidden to this creature, I presume?
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Delioth, what were you about to say?
They still get all their actions with delaying.
Okay, so with the delay, you still get all your actions. So technically, this creature is 70 feet above you at an angle.
So, as part of my first action on my first turn, which it is, I can move 10 feet for free.
Why the fuck not?
Because of 10 paces. So does that get me within range? You said he was like 70.
Okay, 70 feet at an angle. Yeah, if you move 10 feet forward, you would probably be right within range at that angle with your gun.
All right, so I creep through the grass with that 10 feet of movement, and then I want to pop up out of the grass, draw from the hip, and fire at him. And hopefully he's flat-footed to me because I rolled such a great stealth.
Yeah, because you rolled that such a great stealth, yeah, he is 100% flat-footed again.
Come on, gun! That's a crit. Instant crit.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Nice.
Big crit.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Get him.
Roll that crit damage.
Here we go. 34.
30.
Right between the eyes, baby.
That's a big number.
That is a big number.
I got the fatal for the crit as well, so it increases the die.
As you're aiming, you just pop out. Boom! The shot goes out, and it is fucking loud.
Perfect.
Boom! It hits center mass right below the creature's jaw. It screams out in pain, and falters a little bit, but it is still up.
Alright, I just want to yell out, damn right, you messed with the wrong weirdos, that's right. And then I want to shoot him again. That was only my first action, so let's shoot him again.
Again?
That's a 16?
16 does not hit.
Damn. Alright, and then on my last action, could I hide? No, I want to draw, oh my gosh. I'm hoping I don't hurt anybody. I'm gonna draw this Pesh Pine grenade in my offhand.
Yeah. That's it for your turn, and next up we have Kikiro. What you got?
So if Malachi's within 60, I'm probably within 60 feet of the monster, right?
Valid.
35 on the ground.
Then yes, at an angle, you are definitely within range.
Perfect. My whole turn, my fancy little reach spell to make my Tempest Surge go far enough.
Of it.
So that Manticore needs to make a reflex saving throw.
Boo.
Ooh, that is a 20 success.
Still takes half damage.
Nice.
Still takes
Doesn't
that
get
half
close.
damage of 3 points. You send this electric charge shooting towards the Manicore, using that extra effort to get it to hit it at that distant range. It hits it slightly, and you see the creature shudder a little bit from the shock, but you can't help but notice, like, your shot was a little off, and it did not take the full damage.
Ooh.
That is it for your turn. Next up, we have Maiko.
Okay, how high up in the air did you say he was?
He's pretty damn high up in the air. He's, what did I say, 60 feet in the air? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm too far away still, right?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
Do you even have any ranged weapons?
I do, and I had a really cool thing I wanted to do, but I can't because I don't have enough moves or enough actions to do it. I would need 4 actions in order to do it.
Hate it when that happens.
Because I know.
Damn that action economy. Damn.
Yeah, it really fucking sucks. It's really annoying. But I still want to be kind of stealthy. I kind of want to just kind of shimmy through the grass to get within range. So let's see if I can go.
So, did you roll stealth for your initiative?
I did. Because I get to roll stealth with my initiative.
Yeah, you can in certain circumstances. And what was
Like when I was stealthing beforehand.
Yeah, and that's the number I'm looking for. I'm gonna confirm the number real quick. That's all. Calm down.
It was the 16 for my stealth. Before.
Well, actually, is the other stealth I was doing. Okay, yeah, you're fine. Yes, you can absolutely stealth ahead.
Hold on, I moved it. I gotta remember how to get it to where I can move. Because I have it on measuring right now.
Yeah.
Is that
The token controls all the top.
If you measure from your position to another square and then hit spacebar.
Now, when you're stealthing, I'm going to point out that you are striding at half speed.
okay? That's fine. Because I really hold on. Let me. Because I could go 15 feet then. So that would put me at like right here. That would be within range then now, right?
I need to do one.
That'd be
thing
35 feet away.
Roll for me another stealth check, real quick, as a secret roll. Is yeah, you are able to move your half movement with no issue.
Okay. And just so I know for my, because I'm gonna just, I can't really hold action at this point, can I? Because since it's gonna be going back to the top of the turn order.
Not really, no. I mean, you use your first action to move, so if you're wanting to hold your action,
You could ready. It's costs 2 actions to ready.
but you have to have an action.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Never mind. No, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay stealthy right here because regardless, he'll be within range and I can do what I want to do.
But you still have 2 actions. Don't want you to.
Yeah, no, I know, but like, I know, cause like, okay, so I have, in order for me to be able to do anything, I need 3 actions. In order to be able to attack, I have to have an action to shift back into human form. I need an action to pull out my weapon, and then I need an action to actually attack.
Correct. So
Correct.
you could use your action to shift now while you're hidden.
But
and you
no,
can
I wanted
pull
to
out
do
your
that.
weapon.
Yes, but I wanted to do it all at one time. I wanted to do it really cool. Like I shift out, pull out my short bow, and shoot him, and just get the cool shock panache factor.
Got it. No, now I understand what you're doing. I understand what you're wanting to do. That's cool. That you can absolutely do that. My point is though, if you want, like, you still have 2 movements or 2 actions, and technically speaking, from an action economy standpoint, like, you can't hold that, and you're not going to be able to do it until your turn comes around anyway.
Yeah, you know, maybe I guess I could move to a better position. You know what? No. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna move a little bit more and get in a better position. You said, okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. So that,
Okay.
and I'm still hiding.
So you're still using the sneak action for this. So give me one more blind stealth check.
I can't use that same one from before.
It's an action to do this. So the sneak action is you're attempting to move from one place to another while staying undetected. You stride at half your speed.
Is sneak an action though? It's an extra
it's an
action.
action. action.
So then I would have only had one more action
No,
left.
no, because
It
you're
includes the
using it
movement.
instead of movement. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's combining a stride action with the stealth action. So that's what sneak is.
Okay.
So all you need to do is after you move your 15 feet, you have to roll another stealth check, which covers that second movement. Every time you do the sneak action, you have to do that. You half your movement speed, and then you roll a new stealth, which is how it works.
Okay, well then I'm gonna have to do that 2 more times because that was technically 30 feet of movement that I made right there.
Do it.
So give me 2 more stealths real quick.
And if it makes a difference, I am still a fox, so I'm still not really a threatening thing. I'm just a cute little woodland creature.
Yeah, you're just this cute little woodland creature that's moving and shifting through the grass. And from the way the Manicore is acting, he seems to be completely unaware of your presence. Yeah. After that is Zaz. You do it.
Yes. Okay. So what is that spell, Mr. Draven cast on me?
Are you talking about the infectious?
Yeah.
Infectious enthusiasm. It gives you a +1 status bonus to your choice of attack rolls, will save, or charisma-based skill check.
All right. Then yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right. First thing, if I will do is I will use my channel elements
Action.
Okay.
Put
Tell
that.
us about that.
See. Yes. So, you guys see Zaz kind of just snaps his fingers, and some of the metal on his that's just kind of coating the interior of his scales kind of rises up and forms this kind of ring of molten metal that is just kind of surrounding him right now. And with that, I can also, with the same action, use 1 action Elemental Blast, which I believe will be fire. Yeah, fire damage, because that's the better range for now.
And what is the range on that?
60 feet for fire.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I just need to find that in my abilities. I've been trying to do that, but I can't find it.
Gee.
Well, that's not it. Well, that is it, but that's not rolling anything.
It is. Your ranged impulse attack against a seeking creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. Huh. It looks like not propagated.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I'm looking under your attacks and your actions. I don't see it as
Right. I can just
Fast
use
way.
my. Yeah. What is? I believe it's Constitution for Kineticist.
Let's see
the attacks.
here real quick. When your comedic elements, a damage type, make a melee or range impulse attack against the AC of the creature. You need to make a ranged
Yeah.
impulse attack.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the ability for that. I'm pretty sure it's Con. I might
It would
wrong
be
though.
4+.
Yeah, 4
So you
plus.
can trade that at level 2.
Yeah. And I can roll a d20.
It's on
With
the chat thing
the-
itself.
can move. Okay. This is looks like it's just rolling just a d20.
But you can add.
I guess. Yeah, you can add it.
Add to it.
We can
Oh.
math.
So we can math.
We can math. I think it's a +7. Yeah.
Valid.
Okay, an 11.
An 11
So that
is
doesn't hit.
definitely going to miss.
All this
Yeah.
for an 11.
Oh, well, a +1 technically from Draven's spell, but I
So 12.
Ooh,
don't think.
12.
Yeah, I don't think a 12 hits.
No, you send this blast of fire
Dude.
out towards the creature, but like it's not even close. It's not even close, bro.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Oh no.
You don't want to use a hero point?
I mean, it's almost time.
So we have 3
Do I
hero
have a
points.
hero point?
We have 3 hero points, currently stocked up, not counting the one that Brandie technically hit.
Yeah,
if
I
you-
still have the coin too, so I need to miss or something.
You can also give it to somebody too.
Can I?
Yeah, I allow it.
I want to give Zaz my coinage.
Okay, Zaz, re-roll that attack.
1d20
Just make
plus
sure it's
8.
better.
Yeah, +8.
8 plus
Not
8.
+7.
I believe in you.
16.
Hey, that's
Still a miss.
better.
I mean, the 16 is better, but unfortunately, my
It still misses?
narration
Not
still
better
remains.
enough.
God damn.
Okay. Well,
Hold on.
Yeah, I rolled a 16
Um,
here in this.
awesome, fun. How far away is it from me? not- It's 15 feet if it was on the
15
ground.
feet plus, what did I say, 60?
Yeah, it's
Or
60 feet up.
40
Then
feet, yeah, or 40 feet. 40 feet. So 60.
would it would it be within 30 feet potentially?
From you, no. It's just out of range.
Cool. Yeah, that's neat. I'll use an action to stride, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's 25 feet. My movement is 25 feet, and I will get right there. That's and one more action.
Well, you use the kinesis to, or
The base kinesis channel elements is one action,
okay.
and then as part of that action, I get to use my elemental blast.
Okay, so
Oh.
yes, you're right. You absolutely do have one more.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna try elemental blast again, I suppose. Even though there's a what is it?
It's a
So you were.
Minus 5.
Yeah, there's the multi-attack penalty. I don't know how much that is.
What's the
-5.
Yeah, it's -5, but
it's pretty significant.
Yeah, that's
like I said, you are out of range when you're closer to it, and you just moved away from it.
well. No, this is a 60 feet thing I was gonna do.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Then yeah, you are
Yeah.
still within range.
Yeah.
Just.
There was another 30 feet range thing that I wanted, but it,
Got it. Yeah, you're just
I don't re-
subtracting 5 from that roll. So instead of an 8, you a 3.
yeah, I don't got much else. He's kind of too far from me to do anything else but this. So,
Yeah.
20.
Hey, 20. That wasn't terrible.
Cool.
Unfortunately, as you shoot that fire blast towards it, it seems to like dodge and kind of bank to one side, and you did miss.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, that is it for your turn, and Draven, you're up next.
It was really depressing.
I know.
Oh no.
I know.
This is what I got, guys.
Hold on.
So bad.
I feel like I
I'm
need
a
to make a
mid-range fighter.
sound real quick. I really feel like
Wait.
this is.
Is it womp womp?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Get closer to me, okay?
Yeah.
Come on,
Get
come at
better.
Come at me, bro. Come at me.
No, come at me. Get down,
even
get down
live,
to my
bro.
level and come at me.
Hey, Draven, you're up next. You have a shield full of spikes.
I do.
Ooh, that's now a weapon.
True, but I do have a question.
Yeah.
GM, kind of a crazy thing. What would it take for me to use a grappling hook to throw onto this creature and pull it down?
Ooh,
Ooh, that's
it's bad.
interesting thought. That's gonna be an attempted grapple at it. It's still a ranged attack. Technically. Do you have a grappling hook?
I do have a grappling hook.
And is it attached to a rope?
It is.
Then I would say that it's going to be an action to change out because, you just had your shield up. You're going to have to use an action to pull it out, an action to throw it. If it hits the DC of the AC, then you will absolutely have that thing wrap around it. And you'll have to use your third action to yank it with an athletics check. But if you succeed that, you would absolutely be able to pull it to the ground.
Okay.
Go team.
I think I want to give that a shot.
Okay,
Be pretty sick.
yeah, you're dropping your shield to do this. You're kind of like slinging it on your back. That's your first action to draw that that rope with the grappling hook. You're using your second action to throw it. Make me a ranged attack. You're using your strength for this. I don't think there are any circumstances bonus. It's just a D20 plus your strength.
What about badass bonus for being a
Okay.
You know
badass?
what? I mean, if there was a skill that would give you a badass bonus, I would definitely give it to you.
Athletics, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, if athletics would work, because you can use athletics as a strike attack. So
All right.
you can use your athletics for it.
Wish me luck, guys.
What?
22.
22. Like, here's the crazy thing. You have the rope out. You're swinging it. Foo, 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 foo. You throw it. It goes right towards the thing. You watch for a second as it looks like it begins to loop around the leg of the creature, but at the last second it jerks and the thing kind of drops. You just missed the AC.
That's fine. Oh,
But you still have one action left.
I do.
What about hero point?
I mean, if you want to.
Hero point if you want to try.
I don't like using it unless like everybody's okay with it.
I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I
I'm
doubt
good.
it'll be better, but it's still good try.
They're there to be used.
All right. I
Currently have 3. This is going to drop you down to 2.
I would like to use a hero point.
Going to use a hero point, re-roll that athletics check.
Nope. It's
Never better.
It's never better. That's okay. Then for last action, I mean, it's not much I can do anyway since I can't raise shield, but I will go ahead and actually pull out the second shield I have, the polished silver one.
Okay.
So I at least have a fully not broken shield on hand.
That's valid. That is valid. Okay, that's it for your turn. Next up, we have the Mana Core, but here's the deal. It's 9:05 right now. Which means we're past our normal playtime. If anyone has an issue and doesn't want to complete this combat, we can hold off until next session. If everybody's cool with it, we'll keep going. So, thumbs up, thumbs down. Who wants to continue on?
I think I'd prefer to wait.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone
No,
says
that's fair. That's fair. Like, I got work tomorrow too. I wouldn't mind going on another 30 minutes or so, but I don't think we're gonna beat it in 30 minutes.
I think we could if the rolls were perfect, but who knows if they're going to be
I was about to
perfect.
say,
Exactly. Yeah.
We,
Yeah.
we could at least finish up this round to go to the very next at the start of the next one.
Are you
That's
cool
true.
with continuing on and finishing it at the end of this round?
Yeah, I think it's
I
fine.
decided I was going to
I'm-
stop at the mana course turn, or I went forward. But I will go through this whole round if you all want to, and we'll end it there. Up to you.
I'm good with that if everybody else is.
I could take it.
This,
I'll
Ben
kill him on
doesn't-
my turn. Don't worry,
I
guys.
believe in you.
Then we're going to continue on. We're going to finish this round, and then we're going to stop for the day. So,
Okay.
it is the mana core's turn. It is currently hovering about 40 feet ahead, above you. I need to make a check real quick. Okay. Okay. Okay, so for its first action, it's going to be using its spike volley action. This thing kind of sucks because it flings its tail and it sends 2 spikes towards 2 creatures within 20 feet of one another. Draven and Kikiro are 2 individuals who have been there. Draven, you're big, you're up there. Kikiro, you kind of shot some magic around it. You're both out there. And it's not quite enough for... Actually, is it? Check. Good. 25, yeah, it's not enough. So it's smart enough to know this. So it's sending these 2 strikes, or this one attack, 2 shots towards Draven and Kikiro. So, this one is towards Draven. And this one's towards Kikiro. That is an 18 and a 31. I know the 31 hits. You don't have to tell me
That's
that.
a crit.
That's a big number.
Draven, does that 18 hit you with your new shield?
It matches my AC.
Okay. So that is a hit.
Mhm.
This is the damage to Draven. 6 points of damage. This is the critical to Kikiro. 14
Okay.
points of damage. The creature so far has used 3 spikes towards the enemies. If the attack hits, it deals damage of a single spike, but the target is pinned in place, rendering it immobile. So the both of you are now immobile. I will
That's
add
fine.
that to there. I will add that to there. Did those things pop up for you?
Yes.
Perfect. That was its first action. Its second action is towards Malachi. Actions, Spike Volley. More than once per turn? I absolutely can use this more than once per turn. Does it's an action. That sucks for you guys. Okay,
They'll
second.
still get the multiple attack penalty.
Well, it does get the multiple attack penalty, but each of these attacks just count as one. So
Yeah.
first 2 was the first. Here's the second. First one is at Kikiro with the -5. That is a 14. The second one is at Malachi with the -5. That's a 16. Kikiro, did it hit?
Kikiro's missed.
Does Malachi's hit?
Nope.
Love that.
Get out of here.
Okay, so far 5 spikes. Hey, guess what? Here's 2 more coming at the 2 of you. First one at Kikiro at a -10. That is a 6. That is a miss. Second one at Malachi. That is a 13. Also a miss. It is still hovering 40 feet above. It is sent out now 7 spikes. That is the end of its turn. Malachi, you're up next.
Blast it.
Get him! Get him!
Oh my god.
Hero point.
You
Hero
have
point?
2 hero points left, just
Use
so
it.
you know.
Well,
It looks like there was one.
actually,
Ashley did redeem one. I see that. That's lovely. So you have 3, not 2. Thank you,
Use it.
Ashley.
use it, Brie.
Only
Or wait,
17.
you had your.
No, I gave it to Zaz.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, so you're using
Just don't
that
use
one.
it.
You now still have 2. You rolled a,
17.
which did miss.
It does miss.
At least it's not a critical miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean anything anyway.
Still got 2
Man.
actions, Malachi.
I know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could even hope to do. Because I am holding a bomb, but I cannot throw it that far. He is much too far away from me. I guess I'll just try again. Nope.
Nope.
Well, I guess I'll just try. I don't think I could hit him with a 3rd attack.
Don't waste it then. Don't waste it.
Yeah. It would be a waste of my bullet. Well, that's about it for me. So, hope you guys had a good time. I will. Can I hide? Can I attempt to hide?
And you can attempt
The
it, yeah.
grass?
Make a stealth
Alright.
check in the grass. I mean,
Alright.
you're not moving from your area, or actually, you can make a
Nah,
stealth
just-
check.
Yeah, it is a stealth. If you do stealth,
Yeah, or you're
you
doing a sneak
can
check.
move.
You can attempt to move. Oh wait a minute, while staying undetected, so you had to be undetected for that.
Well,
No,
I'm undetected now, baby. Got that 26. I dive in the grass.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, you're seeing that you dive, and with that 26, like, you're hoping you're hidden.
You didn't see me before, so I'm just gonna hope it's good.
Fair enough. Kikiro, you're up next.
Cast this. Now sounds like as good a time as any. Horizon Thunder Sphere
Yes.
Aha.
with all 3 actions.
Horizon.
I need that to get the range.
Oh my god.
Okay. So,
It is fully a final flash.
Please.
Ranged spell attack against the target's class.
God damn it. Can't hit for shit.
you all
But-
watch as Kikiro gets up and tries to do this Kamehameha wave, basically building this big bolt of thunderous energy or lightning energy. What happens on a miss?
On a miss, it does still take half damage. Which is more damage than I dealt last turn.
Yeah.
So,
I
like,
think so. That matters.
as this arc, the sphere of lightning basically goes flying towards the creature, it does do a bank and dodges, but like the ball kind of grazes its feet. It does take some of the damage from that. Didn't get a full-on hit, but at least it takes partially, so that's good. Okay. Next off, we have Maiko, who is still currently hidden.
Well, not for long. I am going to do that aforementioned cool move. It's going to be kind of like all at one time. I'm shifting, and as I'm shifting, I'm pulling out my my short bow,
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to sheathe my rapier because should have been sheathed already. And then I am going to attack.
Okay, let's see. Hit.
Oh, 25, please.
It's actually a
It should be-
26. So yes,
Oh,
that
26.
does hit because you are hidden. You get a +1 and gained a point of panache. Roll that damage.
5 damage.
5 points of damage to the creature.
Nice job.
Now the panache doesn't come into
Effect until next turn. Correct.
Okay, so then ignore that finisher. I don't know why that's clicked. That was an accidental click.
Oh, the unbalancing finisher.
Yeah, because I didn't have I have to have a panache to do my finisher.
Daz, you're up next.
I'm up next. Yes.
Finish him.
This guy. Well, I don't know if I can hit him.
Believe in you.
Got this.
I believe. Yeah, I was hoping he would come closer, but he didn't.
He did not.
Yeah. All right. He's still 40 feet up in the air, which means can't do any of my close range abilities.
You could
even
move
if I get it.
closer.
Well, if I move, my close range abilities are 30 feet.
Oh, I see.
So, yeah. So, I will instead... I will make another elemental blast, because why not?
Love it.
+7. A 25 to hit.
5 hits.
Alright, this is 1d6 damage. 2 damage, 2 fire damage.
I love it. Fire damage.
Yeah. Probably should have made a 2-action attack, but that's okay. I didn't say that beforehand. Yeah, and then yeah, I'll make just second verse same as the first, I suppose.
Love it.
Which would be a +2 now instead of a +7. 19. Does that?
Not hit.
No. Yeah. And now I will try to stealth with my final action.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Down and hide, baby.
Yep.
Shout out to the tall grass.
That's not very good. 13
Not very
for
good
stealth.
at all. You tried to duck down a little bit, but your tail is kind of poking up out of the grass. Your friends don't think you're very hidden. But hey, what can you do? Well,
My tail is wagging a bit because I'm excited to actually hit something.
yeah, but you did. The creature got the hit and roared a little bit in pain. Didn't seem to take a whole lot of damage, but hey, what can you do?
Yeah.
Well, that, unfortunately, is where we're going to end things for this evening. Our heroes are locked in combat with a flying manicore, seemingly intent on taking out at least one of them or earning a quick meal. And that's where we're going to pick things up in 2 weeks. Well done, everybody. At the very least, you didn't die, and you're closer to your goal, which is always a plus. So, hey, good job. Well, as always, we like to go around the table and have everybody tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. And Brie, you're the one who did the recap, so why don't you go ahead and go first?
Hi, my name is Brie. You can find me here every other Monday at 6 p.m. Central Time playing this game where I'm Malachi. Or you can find me on Instagram at Pink Chic Geek Art. And I usually plug something. Maybe we'll plug learning how to say I'm sorry because Malachi can't do that.
Oh. Brandie, you're up next.
Hi, I'm Brandie. You can find me here every other Monday playing Maiko, everybody's favorite kitsune. And then I'm also playing the opposite Wednesdays as Veed, everyone's favorite Reborn, and Curse of Strahd. You can also find me on all the socials as at RiverDragon82, and that's River with a Y. That's about it.
Absolutely. Draven, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm John. I play Draven tonight. You can find me here every other Monday and Wednesday. On Wednesdays, I play Salem in the Matchy Knights campaign. You can also find me over at Instagram at CreativePanda88 or at Blue Sky at the johnpoart.bluesky.social.
Junior, you're up next.
Oh, me? Hi. I'm here sometimes, playing this weird kobold. I'm also in the Curse of Strahd campaign, playing a silly little wizard. And I'm not usually found anywhere else on the internet. So
Random Rhapsody exclusive. Gotta love it. Delioth.
Yeah.
Next.
Hi, I'm Delioth. You can find me here every other Monday playing Kikiro. Fun little storm crow guy. You can also find me at Blue Sky or Twitter at Delioth Infinite.
Well, as always, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the Random Network. You can find me every Monday and Wednesday here running games for these crazy people. It's always a lot of fun. You can occasionally find me elsewhere. I do other stuff too. I know it's crazy and surprising, but I actually do that. Let's see here. In a couple weeks, I'm going to be on the Adventure Dice channel. I'm going to be doing a charity event. It's for, hold on a second, I'm pulling it up. It is, I can't find it anymore. It's for cancer charity. It has to do with a cancer research group in Canada. I'm blanking on it right now. I'll remember it the next time I play. But I'm going to be here towards the end of the month playing another game. You can also find me over on All in the Table TTRPG. You can find me this Saturday. That is Saturday the 10th at 3 p.m. Central. I am playing Tybal Toldrum, a Catfolk Rogue in Pathfinder 2E. That's the Secret of Small Gods campaign. We're on All in the Table TTRPG. Definitely come check me out there. Other than that, you can find me on a lot of different. Too much to mention. Just go and look online and you'll find me somewhere. Anyway, on behalf of everyone here in the Æther-Tech Wars and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, don't forget, especially in this political climate, to fight the machine. And good night, everybody.
Good night.
Right.